We are all excited to be here this evening because this is the moment that we've been waiting to be able to read our declaration, to declare what we want as civil society organizations for our governments, to be able to account them to be transparent, to be accountable, and to be able to make budgets open for citizens to be able to participate. Come on, clap. We should be. I'm more excited. I think I'm more excited, and Semkai and Renee and all Tanzanians will be, I think will support me that we are so excited that this declaration, this event is happening in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam today. Before we hear a special message, an introduction from Helena, I just want to say very few things. This declaration has been endorsed by civil societies, by all of us who are in this room. Am I right? Yeah. Yes, yes. So it is our document. We should own it. And please remember, this is a living document. Although we have endorsed it, but it's still a draft. Let us comment on it. Let us, give feedback. Let's, improve it so that it can be better than it is now. For Tanzania, we've started that. We have, you can see, and I'm sure there are copies. We can make available a copy of this tomorrow, of these newspapers. Do the same in your countries, in your websites, in your what? Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Just make it open, make it available so that every citizen can be able to see it and read it and understand it. Share it with your networks so that every person can hear about it and have a voice and own it, so that this declaration doesn't end in Dar es Salaam, but it goes throughout the world, so that all governments, our governments, can hear our voices, that we want transparent, we want openness, and we want accountability. Now, can we hear a message from our colleague, our beloved friend, Helena? Tom, please.
Good night. It is an honor to be with you, and it is a pleasure to be able to address you, even though I am not physically in Tanzania. I very much appreciate this opportunity and will use it in this case to explain the process that we followed in order to develop the Declaration of Principles that you are about to formally sign. It was very important for us from the beginning on to be able to develop a document that would encapsulate or encompass the collective identity that we want our movement to have. And in order to achieve that, it was crucially important to make sure that all of you have relevant opportunities throughout the process in order to define what it is that should define us, and to express your opinions about if whatever is coming through the Declaration of Principles speaks for what you stand for, in order to feel that this is a movement that you not only join, but that you are actually starting. We were convinced that everything that was needed to start this movement was already there. We have been working for so many years together, and we have been working for so many years on this topic constantly throughout very diverse circumstances, but still finding relevant points of connections and joint agendas. All of that made us believe that the substance, the core content for what we needed was already there, spelled out, just looking for a way to be written up in this Declaration of Principles. So what did we do? We started by asking all of you to carry out consultative processes in your countries, with your partners, within your organizations, in order to define what the principles of the movement should be and what objectives should drive it. We then gathered this input and systematized it regionally and topically in order to understand what the recurrent issues are, what some of the core identity issues would be in order to define our Declaration of Principles, and what are the ideals behind what you were expressing through the input that you were sending us. Based on those inputs, we developed 2 draft zeros of a Declaration of Principles, which were very preliminary, but which had the purpose of giving the steering committee a starting point to develop what you got to see as the first draft of the Declaration of Principles. The steering committee had a face-to-face meeting in which the Declaration of Principles was discussed and debated with very high spirits for a whole day. And after that, a working group was constituted, which worked exclusively on refining and further developing a Declaration of Principles. That working group pulled together the first draft, which was then again sent to all of you in order to have comments, suggestions for changes, modifications, expressions regarding important topics that might have been left out or issues that might not be correctly stated. After several weeks, we gathered again your comments, your inputs, in order to refine the first draft of the Declaration of Principles, and the working group of the steering committee dedicated to this task got back to refining, reworking, rewriting, and polishing what then was sent out to you as the final Declaration of Principles. It has been a work of several months to pull this declaration together. It was exciting. It was intensive in terms of trying to balance and to gather inputs and understand what they meant and how they could be integrated into different pieces of the Declaration of Principles. But I think that we finished up with a document that is a very fair base and starting point for the movement that is being born today in Dar es Salaam. This is the origin of the Dar es Salaam Declaration, and it has been endorsed already by most of you. What follows now is your own ceremony to give life to this Declaration of Principles, to formally sign it, and to celebrate the birth of our movement. I wish I was with you, but my heart definitely is with you. Good night.
Let's make her proud. And I'd like to invite our colleagues to come and read the Declaration and Principles. And please, make Helena proud.
I'm going to read the Declaration in Siswati, one of the 10 official languages of South Africa. Tsine singuletive letihlangene la kanye netinhlangano telunfu letitimele lesibuya wonke umhlaba wonke sihlangene savumelana ngalivilinye kutsi imitsetfo yekwabiwa kwetimali tavelonke lowentelwa ebaleni phindze ufune umuvo wawonke wonke umcoka kute sifinyelele emhlabeni lapho bonke bantfu bakhona kutfokotela emalungelo abo kute buve kute politiki kutenhlalakahle, kutemnotfo, kutemasiko, kutemvelo. Kule minyaka lelishumi nesihlanu leyengcile, sifunzile, sasebenta ngekutikhandla, silwela kutsi kwabiwa kwetimali tesive kwentelwe ebaleni, nanekwe kutsi kuvunyelwe kutsi wonke lophatsekako afake sandla ekutsatfweni kwetinqumo kuto tonke tigaba tahulumende. Sikhombisile kutsi kuhlanganyela netinhlangano teluntfu letitimele kulomsebenti kunemthelela lomuhle ekundlondlobaliseni tinhlelo, tinqumo nemivuzo leti lejinge iguqule timphilo tebantfu itente tibe ngcono. Thank you.
Global. Los presupuestos públicos se constituyen de las contribuciones de los ciudadanos y del ingreso que generan los bienes públicos. Así, el principio fundacional de nuestro movimiento es que la participación de las decisiones relacionadas con los presupuestos públicos es un derecho fundamental y una responsabilidad de todos los ciudadanos. Nos comprometemos firmemente con la equidad social y en empoderar a los más marginados al impulsar la inclusión y la igualdad como ejes de todas nuestras acciones. Nos comprometemos firmemente con el respeto mutuo y la no discriminación, afirmando que no haremos distinciones en base a casta, etnicidad, género, orientación sexual, raza o religión, entre otros. Reconocemos explícitamente nuestra experiencia colectiva y celebramos nuestra diversidad y flexibilidad para catalizar y apoyar iniciativas que crezcan con base en esta experiencia de la forma más apropiada en cada contexto. Gracias.
Next, but in Mongolian. Бид манай хөдөлгөөнийг шууд хоорондоо шууд хамтарч ажиллахыг чухал тооцсон дэмжиж байна. Бид манай хөдөлгөөнд шударга ёсны хамгийн өндөр стандартыг сахиж, улс төрийн нам, засгийн газар, олон улсын байгууллага, хэвлэл мэдээлэл ба бизнесийн салбараас ангид байхыг ил тод зарлаж байна. Бид дэлхийд даяар төсвийн үйл явцад ил тод байдал хариуцлага оролцоог урагшлуулах цаг болсон гэж үзэж байна. Үүний тулд нэгдсэн зорилго, зарчим, тодорхой шаардлага болон үйл ажиллагааны төлөвлөгөөний дагуу нэгдэж байна. Make budget public now.
Mundo que queremos. Con frecuencia, los ciudadanos, particularmente aquellos que viven en condiciones de mayor marginación, son excluidos de participar en las decisiones del presupuesto público. Es tan esencial como posible transformar el paradigma vigente mediante la adhesión a los siguientes principios centrales. Los presupuestos públicos deben ser transparentes. Esto quiere decir que toda la información sobre cómo se recauda, asigna, gasta y audita el dinero público debe estar a disposición del público en general de manera accesible, oportuna y comprensible. Los procesos presupuestarios deben ser incluyentes y garantizar oportunidades amplias y abiertas para que todos los ciudadanos satisfagan su derecho a saber, participar e influir en las decisiones respecto a la recaudación, asignación y administración de los fondos públicos. Los presupuestos deben recaudarse y gastarse eficientemente, eficaz y equitativamente para garantizar que los recursos públicos tengan el mayor impacto posible para eliminar la pobreza y conseguir la equidad. Make budgets public.
Les données budgétaires doivent être exactes et s'appuyer sur des estimations connues du public. Elles doivent également garantir que les gouvernements dépensent les deniers publics sur les priorités pour lesquelles ils ont été approuvés, réduisant ainsi la marge de fuite, de corruption et d'inefficacité. Les budgets doivent être complets et englober toutes les recettes et les dépenses, indépendamment de leur origine, y compris l'aide internationale, les fonds para-étatiques et la gestion de la dette intérieure et extérieure. Les budgets doivent être durables, et assurer que les finances publiques servent des objectifs communs sur le long terme, tant pour les générations actuelles que pour les générations futures. Les budgets doivent faire l'objet des rapports réguliers et systématiques à tous les niveaux du gouvernement. Les budgets doivent en permanence faire l'objet d'une surveillance, d'un contrôle et d'une responsabilisation par les législatures, les institutions d'audit internes et externes, les médias et les citoyens. Make budget public.
Именно публиковать и публично обсуждать по меньшей мере 8 ключевых бюджетных документов. Добюджетное заявление, проект бюджета, предложенный исполнительной властью, утвержденный бюджет, гражданский бюджет, текущие отчеты об исполнении бюджета, полугодовой отчет, годовой отчет, а также аудиторский отчет. Всесторонне отчитываться обо всех потоках государственных финансовых средств и о деятельности всех государственных финансовых институтов, включая даже те, которые формально находятся вне бюджетного процесса. Включать бюджетную документацию и в бюджетный процесс информацию обо всех ресурсах, независимо от их происхождения, используемых для реализации государственной налоговой и экономической политики. Обеспечить независимость законодательной ветви власти и органов финансового контроля от правительства и предоставить им достаточные ресурсы для повышения их потенциала и, следовательно, для эффективного выполнения ими надзорных функций. Публиковать и распространять бюджетную информацию в легком и доступном формате всеми возможными способами, включая цифровые, открытые форматы данных через интернет, публичные библиотеки, информационные центры. Budget now.
Kami juga meminta parlemen-parlemen sedunia untuk pertama, meningkatkan kapasitas mereka untuk mempertahankan tanggung jawab konstitusional mereka, pertama dan terutama sebagai representasi rakyat, bukan sebagai representasi pemerintah maupun representasi kepentingan mereka sendiri. Kedua, mengambil segala langkah yang diperlukan untuk mewujudkan partisipasi rakyat secara bermakna dan inklusif dalam seluruh bagian daur anggaran. Ketiga, memaksa pemerintah untuk mewujudkan akuntabilitas penerimaan dan pembelanjaan dana-dana publik. Make budget public now.
We call upon public audit institutions to increase their capacity in terms of carrying out their oversight duties to hold government to account for the use of public resources. Work hand in hand with civil society to perform social audits. Work closely with civil society and legislatures to develop public expenditure principles encompassing parastatal and paraphysical funds to better identify, denounce, and seek remedy for the misuse of public funds. Audit governments with complete independence and hold governments to account for collecting and using public funds in accordance with the enacted public budget. Reach widely to account for all public funds, including the funds of off-budget institutions, to fully realize their function in terms of accountability. Make budget public now.
Jouer leur rôle d'intérêt public en assurant que des informations précises sur les budgets publics soient largement comprises et diffusées. Surveiller et faire état au public de tous les incidents relatifs à une mauvaise utilisation des fonds publics. Mettre en valeur les situations dans lesquelles la société civile et les citoyens contribuent à améliorer la gestion des finances publiques. Collaborer avec les organisations et les citoyens de la société civile en leur offrant des espaces pour diffuser et discuter de leurs conclusions du suivi budgétaire. Make budgets public now.
Instituições governamentais internacionais e doadores. Apoiar uma participação ampla e profunda dos cidadãos e outros atores em assuntos de orçamento público. 2. Sublinhar a obrigação dos governos de prestar contas aos cidadãos. 3. Colaborar com e apoiar os governos para melhorar a produção e a publicação atempada de informação orçamental e para estabelecer processos participativos e para atingir mais altos padrões de prestação de contas. 4. Colaborar e apoiar os parlamentos e os tribunais de contas para incrementar a sua capacidade para cumprir as suas obrigações de fiscalização e para produzir e publicar informação orçamental pública atempada e relevante para exigir que os governos prestem contas. 5. Providenciar informação atempada, exata e abrangente aos governos sobre os fluxos de ajuda externa em formatos que sejam compatíveis com os processos orçamentais governamentais. 6. E último, melhorar as suas práticas para aumentar a transparência e prestação de contas aos seus próprios cidadãos. Make this public now.
المواطنين وممثلي المجتمع المدني أن يدرجوا بحوث الموازنة العامة والمراقبة والمدافعة في جهودهم الرامية إلى تحقيق العدالة الاجتماعية وحقوق الإنسان. أن يطالبوا من حكوماتهم وهيئاتهم التشريعية المعلومات بشأن الموازنة العامة ويثقفوا أنفسهم حول المسائل المتعلقة بالموازنة. أن يؤيدوا ويطالبوا بحقهم في المشاركة في عملية وضع الموازنة. أن يستغلوا قوانين الوصول إلى المعلومات حيثما تكون سارية وأن يطالبوا بإقرارها حيث لا توجد. أن ينضموا لحركتنا Make budgets public now.
ఇప్పుడు అన్ని ప్రభుత్వాలను సమూహాలను అందరినీ కలిసి సమానత్వంగా ఈ యొక్క అంశాలన్నింటినీ తీసుకొని ట్రాన్స్పరెంట్గా మొత్తం పబ్లిక్ బడ్జెట్స్ అందరినీ కలిపి మానవ హక్కుల్ని కంప్లీట్గా మనం తీసుకురావాలని ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా అది చేయాలని మీకందరికీ పిలిపిస్తున్నాము.
Make budgets public now. Make budgets public now. I am tempted to read a paragraph in Kiswahili, and I am going to do that since we are in Tanzania. Tunatoa wito kwa serikali zote na wadau katika sekta zote kufanya kazi pamoja, kuanzisha na kurasimisha desturi za kimataifa ili kuleta taratibu za bajeti za umma zenye uwajibikaji, ushirikishwaji na katika kuhakikisha upatikanaji wa haki za binadamu duniani kote. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I've been asked to sing and I haven't done this in like ages. I've been set up by Toko, who's not here. So she set me up and then she left. So forgive me for any, for especially for people who know music. So I'm apologizing. I'm gonna sing a song by Sayyid Darwish, who is an Egyptian composer. This song has a part mainly about Egypt, but I'm not gonna sing it. I'm gonna sing the part where he talks about unity and fight for like everyone's rights, and mainly like to work together for a better life. أهو ده اللي صار وادي اللي كان ملكش حق تلوم عليا. أهو ده اللي صار وادي اللي كان ملكش حق تلوم عليا. تلوم عليا ازاي يا سيدنا وخير بلادنا ماهيش في ايدنا. قولي عن اسباب تفيدنا وبعدها بقى لوم عليا. اهو ده اللي صار وادي اللي كان ملكش حق تلوم عليا. بدل ما يشمت فينا حاسد ايدك في ايدي نقوم نجاهد واحنا نبقى لكل واحد والآية دي تكون قوية. أهو ده اللي صار وادي اللي كان ملكش مالكش حق تلوم عليا. Thank you.
Do another one, Dima.
Max.
Okay. 5 minutes to sign. 5 minutes for everybody to sign. Whoever, it's gonna be here the whole night and tomorrow. So if you don't sign today, you can sign tomorrow. So 4 minutes now. Please, I'm sure you're signing using your hands, not your mouth. So please sign quietly while Dima is going to sing so that we can hear her beautiful voice.
Thank you for the confidence boost. So Nader requested this song and I love it very much. So I'm gonna sing a part of it. It's for Sheikh Imam, which is also an Egyptian artist and activist. البحر العملة الأولى البحر بيضحك ليه 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 وانا نازلة الدلع أملى الأولى البحر غضبان ما بيضحكش أصل الحكاية ما تضحكش البحر جرح وما بيتبلش وجرحنا ولا عمره دبل والبحر بيضحك ليه 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 وانا نازلة الدلع عاملة الأولى. Thank you.
For sure, our voices will be heard across the globe. Now I would like to, this is a surprise that Warren was talking about. People at the back, are we together? Warren and Vivek. Warren, please, and Vivek. Thank you. I'm chairing the session here. Not you, Warren. The surprise, we have two surprises. The first surprise is Atlanta and the group. And then another surprise is a traditional dance from Mjomba group. Mjomba means uncle in Kiswahili. This is a traditional dance from Tanzania, and they will, after Atlanta and the group are done, and then the Ngoma troupe will take us outside to the dinner place, right? Yeah, Warren? Okay. Atlanta and the group, Karibu.
We have rights, we have money, we have power.
Do we have rights, money, and power?
We have been fooled and disempowered to think that our rights, our money, and our power don't belong to us.
We have been brainwashed to think that we are being done a favor by public policy and budgets.
Someone decides for us. We have been stripped of our power.
We have to remind the world that
the money is mine.
Make budget public now. Now.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ntlantla, and the group.